my God. What's up, fam? What's going on?
I just not know you was recording.
I am just now. Christine Austin L, welcome to the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Check us out on other videos and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so that you are notified anytime we upload any kind of videos. I am here with my beautiful 18-year-old daughter.
Hey, y'all.
What's your name?
My name is Anaya.
So this is Anaya Craven, and she is a new life insurance agent, okay? And I've had a couple people asking questions as far as how was it for her starting her business, how was it with her testing, you know, things like that. And I can't answer those questions because I'm not her, so I figured why not just put her on camera. She wasn't expecting this right now, but this is like the best time for me to do videos is when I'm on the road. We are literally about 5 hours, 6 hours away, 6.5 hours away from home. I'm looking at the GPS. So yeah, we're gonna get some videos done, y'all. So yeah, Naya, first question was, how was it for you during the studying process for your certification?
Studying took forever because there's a whole bunch of classes that you have to take, and after every course there's an exam, and if you don't get at least a 70 on that exam, you can't move on to the next course. And you have a month limit, but you can extend it with a fee.
Mm-hmm.
And you really have to lock yourself up to study this stuff. So it's literally not the same questions on the course as it is on the state exam. It's just,
so you need to understand it.
yeah.
Right? Okay. And would you say that, I mean, obviously everybody learns differently, but do you think that if you would have started studying the first time with the flashcards, like doing your flashcards, maybe it would have made it easier for you in your learning style?
Yes, because in the beginning, I was just going over the final exam again. Just going over and
like
over
the simulator. The simulator.
But, yeah, me just repeating what I was doing and it's not working. It wasn't doing anything. The flashcards with the color coordinated and everything, it helped out.
Yeah. Yeah. And so yeah, and so what she did, and hopefully you guys can hear us. It, of course, it wanted to decide and want to pour down rain right now, but she had bought flashcards that were different colors. And so depending on if it was like annuities or whole life or term or whatever, you know, depending on whatever, you know, however she created it, it made it easy for her to write down the definitions, and then it was easy for her to practice with her brother, with her boyfriend, you know, whoever wanted to read them with her. So that it was like a constant thing all day long. She was studying those words because it's a lot of termination.
It's a lot. They give you a lot of
termination.
They
A
give
lot
you
of
a lot
definitions.
of vocabulary words.
Yeah, it's vocab all day. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. But I know, how were you when you passed that test?
When I passed, I was so happy. I was in the house. I was home alone at that time because she went to go somewhere. I think it was the post office, and everybody else was gone. So I was running around the house, dancing and everything. You know, I was excited because it was my 4th time taking the test.
Was it 4?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. So yeah, guys, she had taken that test a few times. The very first time, I guess I don't count that first time because...
No, me neither.
Yeah, because it was the first time that we set it up, and it was for at home on the computer. And what they didn't tell you until after you got on the computer, that you literally had to have everything around you cleared away, right? Like she couldn't have not one thing on the desk. Like I had envelopes underneath the desk, and she literally had to take the computer and lift it up and flip it upside down and look underneath the desk and all around.
We have a desktop computer. It's not a laptop.
Yes, it's the desktop computer.
And it's heavy.
I have an iMac, the big screen.
They ask you to look under a keyboard, the mouse pad, the desk itself, the chair, and everything.
Yeah.
The ceiling.
Yeah, because they want to make sure that you don't have any cheat notes anywhere. All right. And oh my God. And then they had you go through the security section in your computer to give them access to record like what's going on the screen and make sure that you weren't trying to click around and cheat.
Yeah.
I had no idea how to figure that out, and neither did she. So that took us like an extra freaking hour.
It was just stressful.
It was just so, we both were stressed out the first time. And I was upstairs thinking, there's no way she's going to pass this unless she just really knows this information, because that was a lot of pressure put on her. And then I was like, I was spazzing out a little bit because I'm thinking, oh, okay, they're going to already disqualify you because it's been like an hour past the time you were supposed to start. So it just, that first one I really don't count. But after that, we knew exactly how to have that computer set up.
And then after you take the test the first time, you know what's on the test. You know the material, so you know what to study for if you remember it.
Right. But I thought whenever you failed, they did email you to let you know what section you failed in, or like.
Yeah, they give you like in school, if you have a rubric for an essay or something, they have certain bullets, like say they say details, and they'll give you points for details. And intro paragraph, I'm talking about high school right now. So basically the same thing for the test. They tell you what area you're struggling in and give you a score for it. And yeah.
So for those that are a little bit older, the annuity section, the laws that are, you know, that are for the insurance section. So all those different sections, term, whole life, there's the different bullet points to let you know how well you did in each section of that test. So that helped her to be able to say, okay, now I know where I really need to focus more time to study. Yeah. So good stuff, babe. Good stuff. And for those people that have taken the test one time or two times and just quit figuring that this really isn't for you, no, it just means you needed to study more, really shut down the distractions around you, because you never have to take that test again as long as you keep up with your 2-year continued education. And with the 2-year continued education, it's not, you can do it online from home. Like, you don't have to go to a facility. You don't have to do all of the things that you do the first time you take the test. It's really easy. So yeah, so that's a blessing to give forward with that. So now you finished the testing and you're still in high school.
Yes.
So it's still a challenge of being homeschooled. You have a boyfriend, and now you have a business.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about, you know, your thoughts about that now that it's been like 3 weeks.
Honestly, right now it's all over the place. You need a schedule if you have a lot going on. You gotta balance it and everything. So I would have to figure out how many hours of the day I want to work for Lincoln. I would have to wake up early, do schoolwork before anything, and let my boyfriend know that I gotta focus on whatever I need to focus on at that time, and I'll get to him when I'm on break or something.
Right. And so even as a young person, a schedule is very important, because even though she may not have all of the things like I have on my plate, you still have to schedule your time in order for the time to make sense. One of the things that I know, when you own a business and you don't have a boss on top of you, making sure you're checking in or logging in, or making sure you're making your 20 calls, or making sure you're knocking on 20 doors, it's easy for you to fall to the side, and you end up getting caught up in some other things like Uber Eats or Uber driving, or, you know, some of these other things, because you feel like you have time. And just looking at the last day and a half of, even though we were out all day yesterday, and then like half the day today, and half, not even half the day when we first got here because we got in here late. Now that you see that, thinking about the money that you made, and you got, and it was split. What are your thoughts now, as far as like before, when you were saying, I want to work like the Uber Eats half the time and then do insurance half the time?
I'm trying to build money fast, and I know I need to focus on Lincoln, but I don't see a problem with doing another business. Like, if you can't do it at night, I don't know why you asked me this question, because
it's going to be honest on the camera, yeah, for the people to know, because this is an honest thing.
Yes.
This is the mindset, and this isn't just the mindset of an 18-year-old. This is the mindset of a lot of individuals that are just getting started in insurance, in a commission-based business, and that mindset of trying to make money quick right? Like having that thought, like, well, I can just run and do some runs and deliver some food, and I can, you know, I can make, you know, $10, $20, $30, $40, and it sounds like fast money. But when you flip it, and this is one of the things, we just had this conversation, that's why she's like, I don't know why you asked me that. When we were breaking it down, I'm like, yeah, so you could run all day long and make $100. Or you can spend that all day long sharpening your axe and learning your own business, and in one house you can make up to $800, right? In one house, which is in less than an hour, or doing a telesale, you can make that amount of money in one house, right? And even if you spent the same 8 hours before you were able to help somebody, you're still making 3, 4, 5 times more of the money than if you were doing something like an Uber Eats, right? And if you don't know what an Uber Eats is, it's like where people order food and somebody else goes and picks up the food and brings it to the house and delivers it, right? But it's the mindset of it's easy because I don't have to learn anything. All I have to do is go pick up food and drop it off. The bad part about that, and where, you know, we are having this constant conversation, is you will always have to keep going and dropping off food, picking up food, trying to get the right orders, driving all over the world. And once you make that couple dollars, you're done. Whereas with insurance, the people that we've helped, as they continue to pay every month for their insurance, you continue to keep getting a small pay every single month. And that's building your monthly pay. So the residual is what is the most important when you're talking about working towards the future. So instead of thinking short-sighted of this instant gratification of going and picking up orders and getting that money just, you know, deposited in these small amounts throughout the whole course of your day, really taking that time to understand what your job is, what your business is for yourself, and how you will always continue to get paid until that person cancels or dies. And that is so key. On top of the fact of you're helping people, right? You're really sitting here talking to individuals, you're learning from people, but you're helping them and you're helping their family members. So as a person that I would say is an 18-year-old dealing with, you know, her as one of my partners now in business, the challenge is trying to get her mind to understand that she has this opportunity that most people would never even think of having at age 18, and most people will lose the opportunity because they don't have somebody that cares enough to say, listen, get your mind right. What book are we going to read next? You know, manage your money. And she's been very good with managing money. We've been dealing with money management for about, what, 3 years? Easy? 3 or 4 years. And so from the door, anytime that she would make any money, I'm like, put 50, 60, 70% of the money in the savings. And then you have, you know, some play money. She still does it. You know what I mean? When we go out, it's like, you know, I've always told her, okay, you want to spend $40 on these pair of pants? Or do you want to go on this rack and pay $7 for the pants? And then you can get a top also and still save money to put in the bank. You know, it's a matter of just paying attention to your dollars. Still can get the things that you like without spending all the extra money. Like, it's just, you know, we need money, right? So she's excellent in that. So now that she's 18, you know, really within the last couple of months, I'm talking about, look at the places of where you would like to move, right? How much does it cost? How much is the more, you know, the utilities going to be if they're not included? You need to call the utility companies and see what the estimate amounts of the bills are, so that you have a clear understanding of what you're going to be responsible for. Then give yourself a good 6 months of putting that money to the side every month to make sure that you can handle it and save, right? Your Uber Eats type is not going to get it. Your insurance business, it will be no problem, as long as you stay consistent and you're working. And right now in the beginning, you know, that's the part, is learning this business because as an 18-year-old, she hasn't experienced death. She hasn't experienced taking care of somebody's funeral. So that makes it a little bit different, I think, for somebody that's younger to really grasp the understanding of how important being a life insurance agent is. What do you think about that? You agree? As far as like, yeah, like knowing that the depths of funerals, right? So that's something else that they have to learn. And so she's willing to learn, you know, like she's super easy. But yeah, we're gonna bang out these phones, right? These next couple days, phones, the telesales. It's two different things when you're in front of somebody and when you're doing the telesales. Because so somehow the video just shut off, and thank goodness I caught it. But yeah, the telesales and door knocks, I think, are two different things, right? So it's just a matter of when you're on the phone, making sure that you're sharing that energy coming over on the phone. But yeah, guys, so I don't want this to be super long at all. Hopefully this has given you something to think about as you know, an 18-year-old thinking about coming into the business. I think it's 100% possible. I definitely, you know, I believe it's no different from somebody being 18 and somebody being 48 as far as there's still going to be that learning curve. And, you know, like he had said, just making sure you have the schedule and sticking to it. You can do whatever you want. As long as you believe it, you can achieve it, right? And when you moving out? See? September. She has a goal. A goal, you have to have a date set so that you can work towards that goal, right? You got to have a date set. You have to be looking at the things, like I said earlier, and knowing what you need. And I believe that she will have whatever she needs in order by that time because she knows what she wants. She knows what she needs to do to get it. And now it's just a matter of her doing the work so that she can meet that goal. So time will tell. And with that, we're going to end it. Peace out. If you have any comments, any questions, feel free to post them down below. And again, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Share the video if you know somebody else could benefit from the information here. And we out.